Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever this finds you. So we had a couple cards just fly out there. And so the message for today is long. Got a few cards here. Self-acceptance, holy love, vulnerability, and freedom. Crazy enough, we are Monday of Holy Week. Easter is the end of the week. And I feel like these cards are coming through to remind you to love yourself, to accept yourself, accept whatever part of the journey that you're on. Because the two cards that went flying when I started shuffling were Earth and Ground. So this is going to be a really, really important week to step back, to get quiet, to embody and honoring how you feel and what you need, because a lot of things are coming up. It's a week of transformation. At the end of the week, Christ rises, right? The resurrection, right? But before you get to the resurrection, you have to kind of walk through the fire, right? You have to go through the transformation. And interestingly enough, if you follow me on Facebook and you're part of my Facebook group, I actually was in my kitchen yesterday getting ready, was doing kind of a couple, Sunday chores, getting ready for the week and whatnot. And I had a message come through. I have not channeled Sunaya from the GFL in quite a while. And I was actually talking about her in my class on Saturday for my intermediate certification of integrated energy therapy. And how I really hadn't done any real channeling. And all of a sudden I had this message like popping through. And 2025 is 30 years of a transformational, evolutionary process and cycle that you've gone through. And so there are things coming up, not just this week, but I feel like this year probably has already, in the first 4 months, shown up in some way, some things. And I feel like it's going to be a process throughout the year. So for all of us, it's going to be different. It's going to happen at different times. It's going to be about different situations. But basically, you're transforming out of a very old version of yourself. And so there's going to be things coming up that remind you of where you were 30 years ago, 1995. And where you are now, and really kind of showing you where you are in relationship to that, but what the transformation has been. Because I think so often we get caught up in today and our very current situations of, I need to pay this bill, or I really want to connect with that person, or I really need to heal this situation, whatever it is, right? We all have very individual situations going on. But I really felt like Sanaya was coming through with the message of, you've been through a transmutation process the last 30 years. It's closing out this year, and you're really going to come into that epiphany and realization of who you are versus who you were. And that's going to help you. That's going to help validate a lot, for a lot of you, the struggles and the hardships and the lessons, because now that you're going to be on the other side of it, things are going to look very different. Manifestation is going to happen faster. Opportunities are going to show up, the right people, the right money. And so it's going to be really important for you to recognize that old pattern is no longer. It's not who you are, because you're not manifesting from that vibrational frequency, right? You're now vibrating from a higher vibrational frequency that's putting you in connection with more compatible soulmates, more compatible careers, more compatible money, more compatible friendships, more compatible mentors, more compatible goals, more compatible dreams, right? And so take the time to journal, take the time to meditate, take the time to slow down. So that surrender card, I feel like, the earth and ground, the transformation, It's because this is what you've been going through, and earthing and grounding will help you to have the aha moment. The earthing and grounding will help you get into connection with Mother Gaia and being able to then start to really self-accept yourself, who you are, all the foibles, all the lessons, the body dysmorphia, the ability to speak your truth as my throat chakra goes crazy there. There's going to be a lot coming in. And so really getting into this idea that you are loved and protected from the divine, and the divine can look, different for each and every one of you. You can call it God, you can call it universe, you can call it source. It's not about religion. It's about your connection to your divinity, that divinity that is within you. And so however you express that, or however that comes to you, just know that you're in the right place. And what you're going through, it's going to be really, really important to remember to... Oh, where is it? Da, 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 da. Oh, the surrender card. I thought we had the surrender card. I could be wrong. Anyway, I was feeling surrender. So surrender is the practice of not pushing anything. That in this next season, that if you stay in alignment with your higher self, if you stay in alignment with the nudges from spirit that you're receiving, the synchronicities that are opening up, the signs that are appearing, and trusting and believing in what you're receiving, that you're really going to start to go in directions that are going to feel effortless. It's going to feel like you've been really, really, really working to get here, and you're arriving, and it can feel overwhelming, and it can feel daunting, and it can feel too good to be true. And so that's why it's going to be important for you to lean into the success, lean into the opportunities, lean into the new relationships, lean into what you're being brought, because it is now time for you to receive and then keep going. So this 30-year cycle, evolution, healing, transmutation that you've been going through, you are now this next version of yourself. We are in the year of the wood snake. And so this is just making me think that, yeah, you've shed that old layer, you've shed that old skin. And so for some of you, it might feel daunting because you don't know who this new version of you is. You're not acclimated to this new version of yourself. And so it's going to be okay to take the time to meditate, take the time to get into source love, to drop into your heart and really lean into your own sovereignty and your divinity that comes through you, and really allow this new expression of you to be birthed. So it's going to be, the rest of this year is going to be a lot of epiphanies and aha moments, but a lot of blessings. And, if you're someone that you've never really received the blessings, or they've never really come one after another, get ready. And drop down into your heart and stay in gratitude for what is showing up. Stay in gratitude for what you have learned. Stay in gratitude for the version that you're releasing, and stay in gratitude for the version that is showing up. And take the time and the space, and give yourself the space and the grace that you need, as these changes are really starting to happen. And it really feels daunting and uncomfortable. And it's a lot. And that's okay. Because you're here to do this. You have the fortitude, you have the courage, you have the strength, and it may be a situation where you've just got to dig deep. Pray when you need to, meditate when you need to, reach out when you need to, but know that you are where you are supposed to be. And this year is going to get you to the other side of that 30-year growth and stretching and lessons. And give yourself a pat on the back. You've done it. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much.